how do I explain Ninja Sex Party? So Ninja Sex Party is a band that was started online. If you know the YouTube channel Game Grumps, that is one of the members is Dan. He has a band, and it is NSP, Ninja Sex Party. And they do fun, goofy rock pop songs. Our friends that we went with and myself, coincidentally, use the term, it's like Weird Al Yankovic without the parodies. Like it's all their own stuff. They do covers, but they do have a Crystal said, I'd say 80s hair band mixed with dance. Yeah, that's a good way to put it too. So I have been a fan of theirs for a while. I've not been a hardcore fan of theirs, however. I started when was the first time I saw them? I think it was when probably their biggest song, Danny Don't You Know, was their big hit. If you've not heard that song, I put out a short a couple days ago on Instagram, and I think I posted on YouTube as well, asking what my cosplay song would be. And I said it was One in a Million by Down with Webster, which is a great song. However, that video was taped a while back, and I really should have said this song, Danny Don't You Know by Ninja Sex Party. If you're a nerd, if you're a geek, if you go to Fan Expo, if you go to Comic-Con, if you cosplay, this is the song that is you. This is the song that represents you to a T. It is about a kid who was bullied and just didn't fit in, and now he's a lead singer of a band, and it is such a hype song. So I fell in love with him then, and you might also really enjoy the video, because the kid who plays Dan in the video is Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. So it's really fun seeing him before he became Finn Wolfhard. So I've been a fan of theirs, but ever since I've become friends with good friends of ours now, that was a weird way to say that. I don't know if I want to mention their name on here. They're sometimes in chat. I've become friends with a couple people through my convention club, my convention group, whatever you want to call it. And two of these people have become really good friends with Aaron and Edie. And I ended up crashing at their place after London Comic-Con last year, and we ended up just kind of chilling on the couch, hanging out, and she was talking about this band, and I was like, why do I know that band? And as soon as she mentioned Danny Don't You Know, I knew exactly who it was. And I've kind of kept up with them, but not really. And she started playing me all of their biggest songs over the past few years, and I love them even more now. So it was really fun knowing they were coming up and getting excited, because this was a band I knew a little bit of, but not a ton, which is the complete opposite of what Disturbed will be, and we'll talk about that in a minute. There is a song of theirs, and this is the embarrassing story that I posted on my stories just before we got on the show. So there is a song of theirs that is the quintessential me and my wife song, and it is called Welcome to My Parents' House. And it is such an important song for us that we actually made our own shirts to wear to the show. So I will show you the shirt, and then I'll explain the context. So the shirt says, and I cut these and everything, we've got apple and guava and mango and apple, so many fucking fruits. Now, let me explain this. This song, oh my God, it is so accurate. So when my wife and I first started dating, I was living in my mom's house. And I've mentioned this on the show a couple times, but I'll mention it again. At my mom's house, to get to my room, you have to go through my mom's room. Okay? You go up a flight of stairs, and you're in my mom's room, and you have to cross her room to get to my room. When you also get to the top of the stairs, there is a chest with all of the urns across it. So my grandma's there, my grandpa's there, our old cat's there, their old cat's there. So when you're trying to be the smooth guy and bringing a girl back to your house and being like, by the way, if we want to go upstairs, we got to walk through my mom's room and see all my dead relatives. Like, it is the most wah, wah thing you could think of. So this song, Welcome to My Parents' House, is about the smooth talking guy picking a girl up at the club and bringing her back to his parents' house and being like, hey, my mom left out some snacks for us. And the line, there is a point where he says, do you want something to drink, basically? And he says, we've got mango and guava, we've got mango and apple and guava and apple. So many fucking fruits. So the reason it's different on here is because when my wife sings the song, she never gets the order right. So my shirt, her shirt, and our two friends' shirts are all different layouts because my wife never gets the line properly. So that is the song that kind of connects me and my wife together, of like, she just goes, yeah, that's exactly what it was like for me. It's just like, wow, this guy's cool, but like, can we not go through your mom's room to get to your room? It's kind of fucking awkward. So we've always loved that song. So finding out they were coming to Toronto for the first time in a long time, this is not a band that tours normally, was really exciting. So we got there. It was a little later than we wanted to. It was just general admission, unless you had VIP and you're upstairs. It was at the History, which is the new club. I believe it's the one Drake opened. Really great place. Honestly, you could stand anywhere in that place and have a good seat or good stand. Great club. I actually really enjoy it. Want to go see more bands there. So we didn't get, obviously, stupid close to the stage like we wanted to, because when we got there, the line was like wrapped around the block. So we knew we were getting front row, but we still got pretty good seats. As I said, there's no bad seat in that place. The opening band was TWRP, Tupperware Remix Party, which, if you've seen other music videos of Ninja Sex Party, they do make appearances. Danny, don't you know, that's the band in that video. And I've heard of them, but I've never seen any of their music. If you said, name me a Tupperware Party, I wouldn't know. They're really good. Like, we're all fans of theirs now. They're from Toronto, which I didn't know, and they're very 80s synth humor. Like, really. They had a running joke throughout the concert. Ninja Sex Party had their big banner behind them that said Ninja Sex Party, the Elegant Tour. And every time, like about three or four times through the show, we just turn around and be like, hey, thanks for bringing us out, Ninja Sex Patrol. And it was one of those funny jokes. And then the bass player would say every song was for the ladies out there and got a roar every single time. But they were really good. They were really fun. They were really energetic. Goofy, just like Ninja Sex Party, but it really, really fun. I think they're coming back in October, so we actually might go see them again. It was that good of a show. If you wanted to get merch, you better have gotten there first, because I'm not kidding. The line was probably 40 people deep all night. Like, I even think when they were playing, there was a lineup for merch. It was nuts. And they were pretty sold out of almost everything by the end, which is good. I mean, that's great for the band, but like, thankfully we were like, let's get merch now. And they got their merch quick. We did. I didn't get any merch because there's no way I'm walking around the city with an NSP shirt on. It's just, if I was 20, maybe. I'm 37 now. I just feel weird wearing something like that. But so they were hilarious. And then Ninja Sex Party came out, and man, they knocked my socks off with how good they were. They just blew it out of the water. They did Welcome to My Parents' House, which was great because I'm wearing the shirt. And when they get to that line, everyone starts pointing at my shirt, which just made me feel all giddy inside. Like, everyone likes me. So that was great. They actually did some really good covers. I had heard they've done covers in the past, so I was kind of hoping they would do certain ones. What did Dan wear? Dan wore he didn't wear his traditional. So if you know the band Ninja Sex Party, he did not have just the blue leotard that he usually wears. He had a modified version of it, which actually looked kind of good. It was like blue and white / silver, I think. Yeah, but it looked good. It looked really, really good. So the covers, they did Spin Me Round by Dead or Alive, which was great. He did a great cover of that. They did Just What I Needed by the Cars. They actually filmed it for a music video. They did 2 versions of it, which was really funny because they did the first one. He's like, okay, we're going to shoot this for a video. I want you to be really excited for the first one. We're going to do it again. And I need you guys to be as excited the second time you hear it. And the crowd actually did a very good job. So they shot a music video for that, and that was really cool. And then they did Everyone Wants to Rule the World, which was a great way to almost end the show. That was their second last song of the night. Someone actually proposed in the crowd, which I didn't expect happening. There is a song that they do called Heart Boner, which is exactly what you think it is. It is a love song where he talks about getting a heart boner for a girl. And no joke, 15 feet away from us, guy dropped to one knee and proposed to his girl and in the middle of the song. And I'm just like, think about that conversation. Think about calling the father and being like, hey, I really like your girl. I really want to propose. And he's going to be a dad. He's going to be like, that's great. How are you going to do it? Well, I'm going to a Ninja Sex Party concert, and I'm going to propose during the song Heart Boner. Depending on the dad, that could go one of 2 ways. If he's a really cool dad, he'll be like, that sounds hilarious. Have fun. You have my blessing. However, if it's not, it could go really bad. But yeah, they did a great job. And they did Danny Don't You Know at the end, which just, I love that song. And it's weird. Like, I will be completely honest. I got a little emotional during that point because it was like, man, like, this is a song that just means a fucking lot to me, being an artist and being like, man, I remember being that kid going to Fan Expo at like 2009 and being like, this is cool, I'm just a fan. And now I'm doing this, and now I'm getting invited to cons. Like, man, like, I never would have thought that would be happening 15 years later, but here we are. We're on episode 98 of this show. Like, that song meant a lot to me. So I'll admit there were parts of the song where I kind of got a little misty-eyed, like, holy shit, like, man, this feels right. So, yeah, they killed it. They absolutely killed it. I wish their set was longer. I think they only did like 15 songs. And I'm like, I could sit for another 15 more. But it was a great, great show. I hope they come back. I know we've kind of been pushing anytime Fan Expo or somebody puts out, who do you want to see at the con? I've mentioned them almost every year of like, please get them to come because they will do so well at Fan Expo and Comic-Cons. So maybe one year, you never know. But yeah, Ninja Sex Party was really, really good. I really want to see them again. I hope they come back soon because yeah, they were so, it was so good, but it was kind of upsetting at the end because we were walking back to the car and we're like, man, they didn't play this song. They didn't play this song. They didn't play this song. And we just wanted to hear every song they've ever done. So next time, you never know.